All right, how are we? 10, yes, 10 apps that you can use as an eBay reseller. Well, they're the apps that I certainly use anyway. Well, actually, I told a little white lie there. I use 9 of them, and the 10th one I am going to look at developing to help me with my reselling. My name's James Smith, and I run channel JR74, which is an eBay-based reselling channel. But, you know, all things side hustle I like to talk about. So, watch on for the 10. Let's dive straight into it, shall we? So, number 1, if you're into your reselling and you're sourcing and you're looking around for stuff to sell on eBay, if you haven't got this app, you're not doing it properly. It's the eBay app itself. Honestly, it is so powerful. And powerful in terms of giving you the information that you need. If ever you come across a product, probably the first thing that's coming into your head is this worth getting? And just a quick look on the eBay app when you can actually see how much equivalent products are going for, how much they've sold for. You know, it's all there on the eBay app. There's not really many apps out that have even bothered to start to rival it because there's just no point. Okay, it does have the monopoly on looking for stuff to see if they're worth going on eBay is the eBay app. I suppose with Amazon there are quite a few like sub apps which can help you that aren't just the Amazon app. But eBay, honestly, yes, there will be some apps out there that can help you. I mean, I'm going to talk to you about 10 of them. But the eBay app itself is really powerful. And one of the main reasons for this is that you can compare sell-through rates. I'll do a little addition after this one just to show you how to do it. But it will give you a really strong insight into whether anything is worth getting or not. So, you know, it comes with experience. If you pick up, say, like, let's think, a Marks and Spencer's lamb's wool jumper for like £4, there's no need to look that up because you know that's going to sell and you know you're going to make a profit on it. But if you're slightly in doubt, you know, just have a look. Have a look. If you are a little bit, don't really want to be seen in the shop or wherever you are, just on the app and stuff like that. If there's a changing room, go in there, or get it, keep the receipt, and then when you get back home, have a look then. And if you don't like what you've got, you know, you can always take it back. I like to keep my charity shop sourcing quite local so that I can do that easily. But I find that because I've been doing this now for quite some time, it doesn't really happen that often. I'm getting better and better at beginning to spot if something is worth getting. And that's just something that comes with experience. And if you watch this channel.
Okay, so this is a nice little trick that you can do on your eBay app. Right, so I've just gone into the search there. Okay, in fact, let's go home. Okay, so this is the home screen. Oh, enjoying eBay. Yeah, not now. Okay, don't want to do it now. Click on search. Liverpool shirt 2020, that's what I've put in. Okay, if you click on filter, you will see that there's 738 of these shirts on the shop. Okay, right, now I want to see, okay, you can see as well how much they're on for. All right, so we'll have a look what we got. We got 40, we got 35, we got 32, we got 30. Yeah, you can be more specific and go for the size, but I don't really want to show you that. What I want to show you is this. So if we click on filter, 738 results. Right, bear that number in mind. Okay, right, I'm going to scroll down now to the filter and I'm going to go right down to the bottom here, and I am going to click on sold items, and it also moves the completed items. Can you see that? 308 results. Okay, so now I am looking at all of the ones that have sold and how much they sold for. Can you see? Considerably lower. This is why I keep saying to you that what you see on the eBay price isn't necessarily the price that you're going to get. Now, what was it, 700 odd on, 300 odd sold. So you're looking at a sell-through rate of just below 50%. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. That's pretty decent sell-through rate. So that's one thing that you've got to check for when looking at things, in terms of looking how many are actually on the shop and looking how many have actually sold and for what price. Really important that you do that.
Next up, number 2, Google Lens. Oh my goodness, what a powerful app this is. It's only been out a couple of years, but boy, is it helpful. Really helpful. Just taking a photograph of something that you have. It might be a jumper, it might be a pair of trainers, but just seeing what comes up, the results that come up from taking this picture, the chances of you being able to actually give a title with specific detail in it. It could be a typical type of color, it could be like a range number or something along these lines. The Google Lens will give you that information. And so the title that you can give your product basically shows that you've researched your product and you do know what you're doing and you do know what you're showing and you do know what you're talking about, purely because you've used this. All right, because there's plenty of people that don't. And just taking that little bit of time just to get the proper title for a product really, really helps sales. Really helps sales. But Google Lens in itself is a fantastic thing to have, and it does let me down sometimes, but very, very rarely. For identifying a pair of trainers, it's fantastic. It works probably 99 times out of 100. For like looking at a jumper or something like that, again, same sort of thing. Obviously, you're not going to Google Lens just like a lambswool jumper or something like that. But say if it's a specific Adidas or Nike hoodie with like quite an intrinsic design on it, you can Google Lens it, you can get its proper title, and you can see whether it's worth anything or not, whether it does have that little bit of, I call it je ne sais, okay? But I suppose that means, I don't know, doesn't it? It just sounds good. It's got something about it. It's got a bit of oomph. Je ne sais isn't really the right thing to say at all, but I think you know what I'm getting at. The next one is Google itself. Not just, even though the Google Lens I probably use more than Google itself, I still do use Google, especially if I'm trying to just find out a little bit of history about the product that I've got. You can put the number from a label in, like all of Nike and Adidas and many sportswear stuff have like numbers, serial numbers in and stuff like that. Doing a quick Google search on those sometimes brings up exactly what you're looking for. So it is, again, a very, very powerful thing that you can use. And obviously other internet explorers are available. But I find that Google is the best, along with Safari on my iPhone as well. Certainly pulling down the images to see if there's any that match yours is worth doing. So researching your products, just so that you can put the information into your title, is really, really important. And the Google part of being able to look for this is so helpful. And if you think about it, really, it's the reason why they've become so successful, because it's quite easy to do and the results that you get are quite specific, and usually the stuff that you want is near the top of the list. Okay, the bods that started Google, I can't remember his name, but I know that that's what they focused on. They focused on the customer actually wanting what they were looking for to come close to the top of the list, not just to look for the words, to look for the words in a certain order, to maybe have a look at, you know, the type of person that was actually asking for it. I think there's so many algorithms based upon that search result that Google produces. And it's certainly made it an extremely powerful company and an extremely powerful resource to use. Next up, number 4, StockX. It's an app, but it's an app that you can actually research trainers or like t-shirts, shorts and other activewear apparel. It's very good because it's usually quite accurate, and it will give you a really good idea of the value of what you have. Say like if it's a pair of trainers, you will actually, if you've got them and you can see on StockX that they're worth like 80 to 100 pounds, yet you might not be able to sell them on eBay for that much. But say if you bought them for a fiver and you can see them on StockX for this price, you know then that you've got something. You know then you've got to hit that middle point between what's on the StockX price and how much you've paid for it. The chances of getting the StockX price are very, very slim, but it does give you an idea of the value and the worth of what you actually have. So sometimes it is worth checking these. You can normally tell if the pair of trainers that you have are sort of like a limited edition or like a more of a premium brand. And this app, this StockX app, really does enforce that. It will give you the confidence that this is something that is better than the base model of whatever company it is that you are looking for. So it's certainly one that I look at from time to time. Next up, it's an app called Grails, Grails, and it's a trainer-based app. It's one used for identifying trainers, and this is the only one that I pay for. I pay £25 a year for it. Very rarely do I use it, but I'm actually quite glad when I do use it, because if I use it, it means that Google Lens isn't working and I can't really find as much information as what I would like on the StockX. So just by using this, it's sort of like a backup, and you will be able to name those pair of trainers, or at least get as much information as you possibly can get towards identifying the trainers and putting a decent title up. That's how important putting a decent title up actually is. I sometimes do consider, do I really need to pay £25 a year for this? But there's just those one or two times in the year when you're struggling to actually identify a pair of trainers, when you do actually think to yourself, do you know what? Yeah, it is. So yeah, Grails, okay, good one to have in the background. Don't really use it that much, but it has helped me to name some pretty tricky pairs of trainers. Next up, and I used this the other day, one of the things that I'm looking at doing is tearing down electrical equipment, tearing down laptops, tearing down other things and selling off the components. One app that really helps me on that is ChatGPT. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, how can that help you? If you type into ChatGPT something along the lines of top 10 best-selling laptops from 2022 by volume, it will give you the top 10 best-selling laptops. It won't be like it is with looking on the internet. Sometimes if you do a Google search, you will get like all these different websites that actually show you different orders for, you know, what you're looking for, and you've got to look at 3, 4, 5 of them just to get a general feel of what the best ones were. With ChatGPT, it takes all the guff out of that and it will give you the top 10 best-selling laptops from that year. Okay, now why am I saying that year? It's about 3 years ago, so maybe that there are people like actually reconditioning laptops might be interested in what was available or the level of technology that was available at that year. Okay, I'm splitting it into 3. I'm going really old. Okay, I'm going like 5, 6 years ago, and I'm going 3 years ago with the laptops that I'm going to get. It is going to be an experiment that I'm going to do, and by watching and subscribing to this channel, you'll see the results that I actually have. But it is ChatGPT that's given me the best-selling laptops from that time, because if I get one of those laptops, I know that there's quite a lot of them in circulation, so therefore the demand for the parts is going to be higher. Okay, so it's just using ChatGPT just to give you that little bit of an advantage for, you know, not much effort. ChatGPT really does take out the effort. I'll give you another example. I was looking for, and this isn't reselling related, but it just gives you an idea of how ChatGPT actually works and the benefits that it can give you. I was looking for some figures based on UK population from 1800 in 20-year gaps. Now, if you would have typed that into the internet, yeah, you would have got it. But again, it would have been in many different forms, and you would have had to have looked at maybe some graphs that have come up. And really, it's a bit of like pot luck on whether the website that you are looking at actually had it in the exact format that you wanted it. However, you type that into ChatGPT, okay, give me the UK population since 1800 in 20-year gaps in millions. Bosh, it's there. It's all there. It just lists it all there for you. All right. It doesn't take some of the lifting out of whatever you are doing. Okay. It is a very good resource to use. Next up, YouTube. Hello. That's why I'm doing this. But the amount that you can learn of following channels such as this one is huge. Okay, I have actually done a video on the best YouTubers to follow. And have a look at my channel. I might actually put the link below to that channel. But YouTube is just such a good educational resource for you to use, and I would just spend a bit of time just looking through it, typing in keywords such as reselling and stuff like this, and just seeing what comes up. Yes, you've got the good ones, yes, you've got the bad ones, but I like to watch people like Nick and Andrea Hills. They're very good. Master of Pieces, he's very good, and he's local to me as well. He's just down the road in Cardiff. Ricky Resells, he's good, okay, because what he does is he literally gets, the range of stuff that he gets is quite interesting, because he doesn't just specialize in one or two things. He basically goes, and if he finds it, he'll get it. Okay, so for actually spotting value in something, that's a good channel to watch as well. Jammy Dodger Flips, that's another one. So there's just 4 ideas that I've given you for the sort of things that you can look out for and the sort of pricing that you can expect on them. Okay, those 4 that I've mentioned as well, they're quite open about what they do and how they do it. I like to think that I'm along those lines as well, because I let you know how much I pay for products, how much markup I'm making on them, my returns on investment, etc. But YouTube is a really good resource, and don't discount the Americans as well. They sometimes go into far more detail than the Brits do, especially diving into like the algorithms of eBay and the way in which eBay works. There seems to be more American channels based upon that. Maybe that's something I could look at doing. It's another thing to look at. But YouTube, honestly, spend some time watching it. Huge educational resource. Next up, Vinted. Okay, this is a good sourcing app for me, because really it's full of products that people are they're just cluttering up the house, and they just want to get rid of them, and they just want a couple of quid for them. Okay, that is basically Vinted in a nutshell. And if you actually specialize, there are some certain types of footwear that I specialize in, and I'll always look. And as well, if you can buy, if you can buy bulk, say like, because one thing I like about Vinted is you can find a product that you want, but it also says, right, all other things available from this buyer. So you can really maximize the postage potential. Because what I mean by that is, say if you've got a pair of trainers that you like, it's £3.50 to post them, okay? But say if you can pick up a golf polo, and say if you can pick up a golf pair of trousers to put in with those trainers, it's still £3.50 postage. So you're actually paying less postage for those single items. So yeah, it pays to do that, and it's quite easy to make offers on Vinted as well. So if you are like coming in with an offer for say like 5 or 6 things, people are much more likely to accept the offer. I have a limit on how much I will offer for each and every type of product, and I base that rule on the offers that I give, and 9 times out of 10 I'm successful. Next up, Facebook, especially Facebook Marketplace. Now, one of the business analogies that I use when doing these videos is that of a travel agent. If you're a travel agent, the way that you will be a successful travel agent is if you get somebody to travel with you, and then you get them to travel with you again and again and again. So you put the effort into getting that first hook, and then you try and keep them, okay? It's the same sort of principle with your eBay store. You want people to actually watch your store and be fully aware of what you are selling. Facebook Marketplace is a very, very good way of doing this. Say like golf polos. Now this is what I do with golf polos. I've only just started doing it, and it does work. By putting a golf polo onto one of my like local golf membership groups, okay, Facebook Marketplace and Facebook itself has got many membership groups that you can join. And by putting a golf polo onto Facebook Marketplace, I can also put the link to my eBay store on it as well. So it's not just local people that can see it or be interested in it, it's also people from a national and European and worldwide perspective as well. I'm using my eBay store as a hub for people on Facebook Marketplace to go to. Yeah, if they're local, if they want to pop round, see what I've got, yeah, great, because that takes out the postage, okay, and the eBay fees. So that's certainly worth doing. But Facebook Marketplace is a very, very powerful tool that can be used to your advantage, especially if you use your eBay site as a hub. That's a good idea, that, isn't it? And finally, the one that I need to start to do that I haven't really done yet, and it's purely based on time, but I know that I can set this up to do pretty much automatically, and that's Instagram. Okay, I've really got to up my social media profile. At the moment, it is very just YouTube and eBay. Okay, I've got to start to get my YouTube videos onto Instagram. I've got to start to get some of my big sellers or my big products onto Instagram as well for people to look at. I know that other YouTubers who are in the reselling market, such as I am, have got their Instagram channels as well. And I know that you can easily set up a link from the YouTube to the eBay to the Instagram, and also from the eBay to the Instagram as well. So yeah, it's certainly worth doing, and certainly something that I need to, get my head around and look at doing to increase the amount of people that are aware of what I do. Okay, just relying on just a couple of things isn't enough. You've got to get yourself onto Instagram. You've got to get yourself onto things like Pinterest as well. Okay, maybe I can put some of the thumbnails that I use for this channel on Pinterest, and maybe just, see what people comment on them. But at the same time, put your link to your website in as well. Also, images on how you present things. There's so many different things that you can use to promote your site. Even just by listing your business on Google, that's something else I could do. Okay, so honestly, all of the apps that I have mentioned, you do need to be aware of. As I said, I only actually pay for one of them, that Grails one. The other 9 I don't pay for. The other 9 are free. And I would say that if you want to be a successful reseller, then you can't ignore these 9, okay? They are apps, or certainly websites, that can get your influence out there and hopefully make you a success. There, so that's my 10. Hope you've enjoyed that. Short and sweet. I think I will what is it? I think we're on In, On and Gone 44 now to be released this weekend. My In, On and Gone is my series that I do looking at what is coming into my store, what is on my store, and what has gone from my store, what I've sold. You know, and I enjoy doing those. Okay, I enjoy doing all the videos. But for the time being, time to go and get myself a brew. This is Smithy out. Okay, hope you find this useful. You know, subscribe if you did. Result.